me. I wish you could see the view that I have. It's a very elegant groom and a very beautiful bride. You can see from there. So, dear friends, I think you know why we're all gathered here today, but I'm going to tell you anyway. We're gathered here today to celebrate the union of Caitlin and Jared in what we traditionally call the sacred bonds of matrimony. It's a good phrase. Bonds. Bonds because they wish to be bound together so as to become one. There's the two people who want to join in a union of intent and action. You still with us? Yeah? Good. Good. Sacred bonds to signify their devotion to one another, which is almost sacred. And to signify that their union is going to create secure immunity from infringement. It's a private space of their own. Even though this is a public ceremony, it's one that's going to create a private space of their own, a space intimate to the degree of being sacred. Now, this isn't something that we can do with a few words today, and I know that we've talked, Caitlin and Jared and I have talked about, well, we haven't really, but we will at some point, talk about all the work that needs to be done to make it work. That's where the real action happens, right? But nonetheless, what we're doing here today is an important thing. And what our job, besides Caitlin and Jared, our job is also important. These two people have grown closer and closer together as a happy and loving pair, and now they recognize their readiness to live together as a couple officially in the eyes of the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, among other things, but more importantly, in the eyes of their friends and their relations. And now they've come to us, that is before that community of friends and relations, to dedicate and to declare their love and their commitment to one another. For some of us here, this ceremony will mark their consecration of their love and their union in the eyes of God. For others, it will affirm a personal connection through a communal event that situates the event and the couple in the community. For yet others, it will constitute the public recognition of what has been unto now a private bond. But all of us here today share a mission of testimony in our coming together to witness the commitment that Caitlin and Jared now mean to undertake. So I think we need to do that. Our mission, therefore, those of us who are here, is an essential one. We are called to witness, and by witnessing, to make real the ceremony by which that holy or public or communal pledge is undertaken, the ceremony that will openly declare their love and commitment to one another by, as we say, tying the knot. We talked about that phrase, tying the knot. It's a phrase that we all loved. It's an old expression for getting married. Scholars think that it may derive from the still older practice, it's a European practice, of what was called hand fasting, a ceremony that consisted in tying or binding the groom and bride together with a cord or a ribbon tied around their hands. And that ceremony drew Caitlin and Jared. It signaled to them the joining and binding together of life and fortune they mean their wedding to be. So before I ask them to pledge their love by word, I'm going to literally tie the knot. And I have here some ribbons with which I'm going to do it. And I want to tell you the story behind these ribbons. These ribbons tied together a bundle of love letters which were exchanged between Caitlin's grandparents, Henry Lithgow Roberts and Deborah Hathaway Calkins. And for years, that box of group of love letters was lost. Nobody knew what happened to it. And sadly, Caitlin's grandmother died still thinking that the Levlotters were lost. But then, as if by a miracle, they reappeared just in time for this wedding to reveal this spectacular ribbon with which I'm going to tie their hands. So if you give me your hands, I'm going to tie them together with a lover's knot, right, like this, and like this, and all around like this. This is the ceremony of which I spoke. I told them I was going to tie their hands together tight, but with dignity. So far I've failed. There we are. It's tight at least, isn't it? Good. Now here are the words that we've agreed upon. Caitlin and Jared, these hands to which your hands are bound, are the hands of your best beloved. They're holding yours on your wedding day, as you promise to love each other today and tomorrow and each day after that. These are the hands that will work alongside yours in building your life together, that will love you and will cherish you through the years, that will support and encourage you in your endeavors, and will comfort you in your difficulties, that will embrace you in your joy, and that will hold you when fear or grief, as it will, fills your mind. They are the hands that will tenderly, God willing, hold your children, and that will help you to hold your family with trust and respect. These hands will give you strength when you need it, and it will seek your strength when they are weary. And these are the hands that, even when wrinkled and aged, like this, will still be reaching for yours, still giving you the same unspoken tenderness with their touch. Their union is your union. Now, when I release you from the bonds, it doesn't follow that the union is over, but just that part of the ceremony is over. And now I'm going to ask Doug if he will hand Jared a wedding ring.
Sure.
You sure you got the right one?
That's the
Good.
one.
And Jared, I want you to place this wedding ring on Caitlin's finger as a token of pledge of your love and respect. Don't drop it. It's the wrong one. Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. There it is. Excellent. And now, Doug, this time it will be easier.
You want the other one?
Hand the other one to Kaylin. And Kaylin, I want you to place this ring on Jared's finger as a token of your love and respect. Excellent. That was well done. And now I have a question. Jared Newell, that's you. Do you take this woman to be your wife, to live within matrimony, and do you promise to love, honor, and comfort her, and keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others from this day forth?
I do.
That was the right answer. That was the answer we were looking for. Then repeat after me. I, Jared DeLoss Newell,
I, Jared DeLoss Newell,
take you, Caitlin Margaret Roberts,
take you, Caitlin Margaret Roberts,
to be my wedded wife
to be my wedded wife
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and health.
I promise to love, cherish, and honor you.
I promise to
Love,
cherish, and honor you.
No obedience there, you'll notice. And with this ring, I want now wed you,
And with this ring, I want now wed you.
and I pledge to you my faithfulness.
And I pledge to you my faithfulness.
Let's try that again, because you do actually wed her. With this ring, I now wed you.
With this ring, I now wed you.
Brilliant. Now, Caitlin Roberts, do you take this man to be your husband, to live within matrimony, and do you promise to love, honor, and comfort him, and to keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others from this day forward?
I do.
Wonderful. Then repeat after me. I, Caitlin Margaret Roberts,
I, Caitlin Margaret Roberts,
take you, Jared DeLoss Newell,
take you, Jared DeLoss Newell,
to be my wedded husband
to be my wedded husband
from this day forward,
from this day forward,
for better or for worse,
for better or for worse,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness or in health.
in sickness or in health.
I promise to love, cherish, and honor you.
I promise to love, cherish, and honor you.
And with this ring,
And with this ring,
I now wed you,
I now wed you,
and I pledge to you my faithfulness.
and I pledge to you my faithfulness.
Good. Now, Caitlin and Jared, your friends and family are happy in your happiness and in the happiness of this day. We hope that today marks only one of many joyous days that you will share in the years ahead. Years marked by patience and dedication, by forgiveness and respect. I'll say that again. Patience, forgiveness, respect, love and understanding. And now we've come together, this is the official part, we've come together in this place and have heard your willingness to be joined in marriage. You've come of your own free will and in our presence have made promises of faithfulness as seals of which you've given and received rings. In the old days it was asked, is there anyone here who objects? But no. And now that you've spoken the words and have performed the acts by which you intend to unite your lives, all of us here, for whom I speak, witness that your marriage is valid and binding, and officially, by the authority that has been given to me for this very occasion by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, I hereby pronounce you husband and wife. Mazel tov. Can we kiss the bride? Good. I do. All right, now I'd like to ask. Isn't that lovely? I'm now going to ask the bride and groom to retreat down the aisle, as it were, and the families are going to follow up to the porch where pictures will be taken. So first, please, just family, immediate family of the bride and groom, and the bride and groom up to that porch, okay? After the family is gone, I'd like to invite all of you to kneel somewhere around at your heart's content, but to stay away from the porch with the pictures.